What is up, you guys? It is your boy John here from Pumaplow. Welcome back to another Plains and Simple episode here on the PC. Plains and Simple, of course, by Mr. Stevie, Farm Sim 17. Let's get into it. You guys kind of missed it there. Just a little quick clip. We sold a couple planters that we are not going to be using. The small corn planters, or they're actually the bigger corn planters, the in-game ones, the horse ones. We sold two of those, and we sold a horse 9-meter regular planter as well, because we just don't need it anymore. We've outgrown them a long time ago, and actually, I think the grain planter, or the drill, whatever you want to call it, I don't know if we ever even used it. I don't think we did, because we went right to the what's it called? The big ones. Not the big ones, but you know the big ones. The condors, that's it. The condors. We went right to the condors. So welcome back, guys. I appreciate you guys clicking on the video. How's your day going so far? We are going to be cutting grass because you guys voted forever ago, and I have not been able to come through on my part of, hey, you guys wanted cows, so let's get into cows. So the last thing that was kind of holding us up was grass. Well, it is time. It is time. You guys know Field 7 down here, we planted in grass last video or a couple videos ago now, and it's time. It is time to mow it. We're just gonna go with one more. I don't know what was going on here. My GPS was set weird because there's no way the thing was that wide. Just saying. Pick it up, GPS. Or not GPS, it's Courseplay. You know what I mean. At first I was like, oh, that's right. Oh, wait, no, it's not, because he's not going to cut like a third of the field by cutting that little bit. So go through, readjust. That looks a lot better. Just saying. Looks a lot better. I kind of just realized real fast that it was going to make a mess. There was going to be grass everywhere, and there was really nothing I could do about it. I mean, I'm sure there is something I could do with it. Probably like Enrose would have helped, but it's all good. It's all good in the hood, right? No worries. So we decided to go, or I decided to go with the big rake just because why not? So what I was going to do was mow, okay, just let him mow, and then start a separate course for the rake, save the course for the rake to whatever we pick up with. Because really it doesn't matter where he mows as long as we rake it all. I will say for next time, I would like to shrink down the amount that he rakes at a time. From time to time, there were skippers left in the field, but whatever. That's okay. Not a big deal. Like I said, I knew it was going to be a mess. And at this point in the video, obviously you guys can tell that I was going to pick it up with loading wagons. Well, there's a slight, not a problem with that, but there's a cheeky thing you can do, where if you use the forage harvesters with that pickup head that picks up grass, you can actually get a lot more yield out of it. So there's that. And I feel like we need to talk about auger wagons, because I've had a lot of problems with my auger wagons recently, and I think I handled it off of recording finally. So you guys know I was using the, what are they, the Berkmans or whatever, the green ones, and those were great, but getting my angles set right, sometimes it didn't like to empty. Okay, so I tried, what did I try? I downloaded the Cooliman pack of auger wagons, which I heart, and I still had problems with those on Courseplay, so that's fine. So I actually tried the Platinum Edition DLC one, and it crashed my game. So I had like a 20-minute of a recording of basically the same stuff I'm doing now, but it crashed the game, so I lost that all. So I just deleted that video because it kind of annoyed me, I'm not gonna lie. So there's that. So I think there's a bit of a gap in the series where I just kind of got frustrated and handled it off screen, which I know is not the best idea to do, but hey, it happens. So what I'm attempting here, by the way, real fast, I need to make silage, and I need to make a lot of silage. So what I was hoping to do, and there, you know what, I wonder if a pause point would work. Probably not. What I was hoping to do was to run one, and I know what the problem is. It's because what you set them on to haul is to haul chaff, not silage. You can't set them to haul two things. Maybe if you had two courses and you ran them back to back, I bet that would work. But anyway, I was hoping to haul chaff. He would empty chaff, and then he'd pick up a load of silage and come back and forth and back and forth. I bet you if I did 2 courses, actually, that would work. Maybe. I'm not sure because there's only one place to set him on what he carries, you know. So I don't know if that would actually work or not. But it works to empty, and then it didn't really work to fill. But that's okay. You'll see that in a second. I swear, I just spoiled it. That's okay, right? So what he does, because this course is just to go through, he only gets, what was that, 3,859 liters? Not enough to worry about. So that's okay. Scrap that idea. It was a thought, but now that I'm thinking about it, if I was running 2 courses, it would probably work. And then just have to run them back to back kind of thing. That would probably work, right? Maybe? I'm not sure. I don't know. So I decided to do it with a tractor instead, just because I can let him rip and go. And never mind. I was going to say something, but I think it happens in the next video, actually. So I have the next one recorded already. I just have to voice it over. But yeah, it's all good. Plus, going like this maintains our traffic flow through the homestead a little bit better. That was going to be a problem with that other course, I won't lie. Was if I had anything else going on, the traffic flow through the bunker there, or the silos, where it was going to be a problem. You know, that was totally going to be a problem. So there's that. So he's out there just a mowing, and I feel like I need to let him get ahead a fair bit before trying to start picking it up and stuff like that. So I guess we're going to go ahead and set up for a harvest. Because why not? We have fields to harvest, so we might as well harvest them, right? Realistically, we have 3 fields to harvest that are crop, of course. We also have our grass field, but I'm not counting that. We also have the other grass field, field 9. And I'm not really sure what to do with that. I kind of think it's just going to sit there. Honestly, yeah. I really don't know that I'm going to do anything with it. There's that. So I know these auger wagons are small, and I know they kind of look a little goofy on the quad track, but, you know, I already had 2 quad tracks, and I wasn't going to use them for anything else, really, because I'm basically planting with just a Challenger at this point. I just have the one Challenger that I plant with, so I don't really worry about that too much, but, yeah, I don't know. I should probably pick up a second, you know, seed hawk and another Challenger, I guess, to seed with, because why not, kind of thing. So I realized I need some grain in the auger wagon, because apparently I don't have an auger wagon course set up over here, so I need some grain in the auger wagon. It makes setting up an auger wagon course so much easier if you have some grain in it already, just saying. So there is that. Okay, and you guys can see we're sitting comfortably at 2.6 million. There's no reason for me to spend money just to spend money. I want to conquer this map, obviously. I will purchase all the fields eventually. But my main goal right now is cows. Cows. That is my main goal. So we're mowing grass for cows. We're making silage for cows. And eventually here we'll be making mixed rations for cows. I would like to have at least a little bit built up before we go crazy into cows, because you guys know me. I'm probably going to buy a lot of cows to start with, because why not? Another reason it's not a bad idea to have some money sitting around. You know, cows are expensive, so there is that. Alright, so combine number 2, and I believe he's going to field number 2. I'm not actually totally sure what to do with the giant field, because I don't know. It's just a beast to harvest with one combine. I think what I might do, I don't know. We'll get to that in the future, but it is a monster. My original theory was one combine, one field, one auger wagon, one truck. But because that field's so big, I mean, it's going to take hours and hours and hours and hours to harvest it with one combine. And keep in mind, these are not modded combines. These are in-game combines. So you got to keep that in mind, that they don't go any faster than anything else. You know what I'm saying? So a bit of an issue, especially right here where I park stuff totally in the way of that truck. But hey, that's okay. We can move it around the corner. And you guys can see that there's a few trees left on this map. A few. Might not be soon, but there's a few left for now. Just saying. And somehow I blew up my auger wagon course here too. In field 2. I don't understand what I did. I guess I got frustrated, probably, is what happened. And I'm like, delete. Plus, with the different auger wagons, you almost need to redo the courses because why not? You know, kind of thing. Get them a little closer, make it work better. That kind of stuff. So there's that. Okay, we'll record this one real fast. Bada bing, bada boom. And yeah, I really like this small auger wagon. I know it's small. Like I said before, it looks kind of silly on this here quad track, but hey, it's all good. It's all good. So we'll take the Beast, the New Holland combine, to field 1. And what I actually had to do here was delete my field courses for this field, because now that the field is bigger, I have to make new courses basically for field. Well, I'm calling it field 1. It's more than field 1, but that's what I'm calling it, is field 1. So I have a couple options with field 1. I feel like I want to keep it one giant continuous field, but what I could do is put some crossroads in it, like harvest, you know, because planting and fertilizing and stuff, it's great to have it as one. Boom, hire it out or course play it out, let him rip, you know. But for harvesting, because of the amount of crop that you get and how far the wagons have to drive, and yes, I could put a faster tractor on the wagons, but it still has to drive like ridiculously far to get to where he needs to go. So I think what my main option is going to be is to harvest some crossroads in it. Maybe just divide it in half for harvest. I'm not totally sure what I want to do yet, but I really feel like I need to do something with it because it's just so big. Plus, the other thing it would allow me to do is maybe not have to use another truck course, or not have to make another truck course, but use a truck course from like field 7. You know what I'm saying? Like the grass field. Use its truck course to run my trucks. Because having the auger wagons drive all the way back to field 1, not great. You know? Or maybe even set up some other truck courses and, you know, when it gets like halfway through the field, let's say, we put it over there or whatever, you know. We'll figure it out. We'll make it happen. But we need to make it more efficient than it is right now. And obviously multiple combines will help that. But when you run multiple combines on course play, kind of, well, you can do it. You can run multiple combines on course play, but I'd probably just harvest my crossroad and then hire them out and go from there. So, because if you do that, in theory, you could run 4 combines. If you harvested a cross road and then, you know, either work from the inside out or outside in with 2 combines on each section, that'd be 4 combines. So one of these days, by the way, I'll just yeah, yeah, come on, unhook here, let's go. Well, come on now. I thought I could handle it with just the auger wagon tractor there, the quad track, but unfortunately I had to get in the actual combine and move him out the way as well. So course play drivers, the auger wagon part, they really like when the combines turn to the right, let's say, because the pipe's out. They don't really like turning to the left with the unloading auger in, basically. So that's a bit of a problem, but hey, it's all good. So, all right, here we go with the raking process of this field. And like I said before, I didn't save the mowing course, but I saved the raking course for picking up reasons. So there's that. There is that. All right, so what I thought I was going to do was use trucks. Now, you guys know, because I've already made up my mind here, that I'm not going to pick it up with loading wagons because you get more if you run it through the forage harvester. Okay? So, I thought I was going to use trucks to haul it. And, yeah, I know, trucks in the field. But for forage harvest reasons, it's okay. Because they do that, like, that's very commonplace in real life. I'm not saying trucks in the field for grain operations are not a thing because people do use that, but where I'm from, you don't see a truck in the field hardly ever. I mean, you don't see any forage harvesting either, so I'm going off what I've seen on the YouTubes. And, well, if it's on the internet, it must be true. Wink, Kappa, something. And, anyway, so what I'm going to do is try semi-truck to run next to the forage harvester. And it just, as we know from doing field, was it 4 in Karn, semi-trucks on courseplay to run next to a forage harvester, just, I don't know. They don't work. They're not happy. It's not fun. Something. So anyway, forage harvester with the windrow head, basically, and yeah, we'll go ahead and run him down there. We really haven't used the forage harvester much. It does have 14 hours on it, but I kind of think it had some hours on it before we started using it. Although, to do that cornfield took forever because of our trucks, and the whole time it was sitting there running. So there's that. So we're gonna go ahead and get him on course play, of course. And I was a little worried about the rake actually catching the moor, so I actually slow him down a little bit using course play. And I figured it was just a good idea. That way we wouldn't have any collisions. And being that I did that, I could probably actually start them a lot closer together next time. You know, you start the moor, let him get 2 rounds ahead maybe, and then start the rake at a mile per hour slower, and you're not going to have any problems or whatever. So there's that. Okay, so we're trying the semi-truck, and when we use this to harvest the corn to make all the chaff, he would, when he got full or the thing would have to turn, he would just go stupid and drive off to left field, if you know what I'm saying. And actually I slowed this thing down too, because I was worried about him catching the rake then, you know. If we slow everything down to match, although the moor actually goes really fast, so then I realized, I'm like, oh, I can speed this up a little bit. And the moor goes 13, so if we set the other stuff at 10, we're good to go. You know what I'm saying? We are good to go. So, but yeah, the trucks just, I don't know, man. They just drive out to left field for no reason. And the tractors do it a little bit, but they are, and see, like right here, where the heck are you going? You know, then I realized, I'm like, oh, this is going to do this crap again. Okay, let's go empty this truck, and we'll have to use tractors with wagons to handle it, because clearly, semi-trucks can't handle it. They can't hang. So what we're going to do here in a second, let's park this truck first off, because it annoyed me greatly. We're going to try to find tractors, but realize we are out of tractors. We have one tractor, I should say. One tractor. Just one. And this is actually our newest Magnum that we purchased with the tracks. I'm trying to go for every Magnum, by the way, in case you guys haven't caught on to that. I want to have every configuration of wheel. Horsepower, I don't care, because I just want the biggest, the baddest. But wheel configurations, wheel/track configuration, I want to have them all, if you know what I'm saying. So right now we've got one loading wagon running and one tipper, and well, I just bought 3 tractors. It's nice to have money and be able to spend it on stuff that you're going to use sometimes. So we bought one with regular wheels, we bought one with tracks, and I forget what the other one was. The one that I don't want to buy is the wide duals. I just don't like wide duals. I like skinny duals. Not a fan of wide duals, but we'll buy it eventually. It'll probably be the next tractor that we purchase on the map. Just because, why not? Okay, and see, they do it a little bit, but they're not as bad as semi-trucks, okay? So what I realized here real fast, I just need to cut down all the trees. Because if there's no trees, then they don't have anything to get stuck on, you see? So that was my theory on life here in a second. Just saying. And I think I get to that in the next video, by the way. Cut down some trees to make picking up the grass so much easier, you know? So much easier. Alright, so this is number 3. And realistically, three of them keeping up is not bad, considering he has slowed down a mile per hour or 2, I believe. So not really a big deal. And we'll continue this harvest next time. Thank you guys for watching another Plains and Simple. Hit that like button for more. Subscribe if you have not already done so. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, toodles.